There we go. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Wait, what was this? Okay, there we go.
I
Now I
think-
can see everyone.
Yeah, it was. I was starting to feel the like.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the jungle. Like I'm like where? I can't see through my office desk.
Concrete jungle.
Yeah. So, beep 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 bop boop boop. As I'm placing this on my face, I'm thinking that we can start off with a nice welcome. Do you guys want to just let them hear voices? Maybe sing a little.
Sing.
I'm just kidding.
What do you want to sing?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But all right, you guys, it's Guns back in the house.
Guns, guns, guns. Bang, 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 bang,
It's
bang,
Legacy.
bang. Legacy.
We have
How you
Flora.
doing?
So let's see. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night.
Hey.
What's up?
Whatever time you listening to us, how you doing?
Buenas tardes. Buenos días.
Yeah.
Buenas noches. ¿Cómo están? It's your girl Flora.
Nice. Yeah, so I think this time it feels a little bit better, huh? More comfortable. Just because we can see each other.
Yeah, I was about to say, because we're not like, well, I mean, I'm not. You guys are a little crouched down. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm fine. I'm sitting up
he's
straight.
fine. You're fine.
No, I know,
feel
but
like,
you guys were both like,
Oh, yeah, last time.
In the-
yeah.
yeah.
In the
Oh.
tea room.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for me, I'm still finding my way because I work like a pretzel. I find I can fit anywhere.
Whoa.
For me, it was just like.
I'm a pretzel.
For me, it was just more of like the makeup in my face. Like I stopped midway and I was like, oh. But anyways, I got it. See? Boom.
Boom.
So, yeah. So as you guys have been embraced now by Flora and Legacy and I, the trio. Yeah, let's just like get into
Power
the topic
3.
today.
Yes.
So, today we're focusing on some books, some, words on the paper.
What's on paper?
Words on
papers.
papers.
The papers that flap open.
Sometimes
Bookie books.
electronic peppers.
I was about to
but
say
they
not
are
no
papers.
electronic
The actual books that I actually brought one.
paperback.
Well, I don't got my physical copy because it's still on the books.
Yeah, I don't have the copy of mine either. By the way, ASMR. That's what is it called? Setting spray on the beauty blender.
Yeah, Guns is over there doing her makeup.
Yeah, I am.
She's like, I'm gonna be like,
I'm gonna see a boy later.
ooh.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Okay. But anyways, let's refocus, you guys.
Yes,
Okay.
books.
Because books before
yes,
boys.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
I'm for real.
Uh,
So I was saying I don't have my book. I did bring it up, so like I would love to do it after you. Do you want to go last?
Yeah, I'm down.
Because
mine's not.
You don't have it here.
I don't have mine here. I mean, yeah, do you guys?
Legacy.
I'm here for the
Always
knowledge.
ready.
Yeah, and I know.
Stay ready.
Yeah.
Legacy has it in his hand, so I think he's worked his way to the top.
I just want to say that he went home, went back to get it.
For real, he was here.
He was here, and then he was like, "I'll be right back."
I'll go get it. I got you.
Even though he's
props
just 5
to you,
minutes
sir.
away.
Props to you.
Yes,
Not even.
20 steps. 20 steps away.
Yes, we are
be
neighbors.
Okay, well, let me talk about it then.
Yeah, just kind of
so
like
the book,
take it away.
the book is written by Deepak Chopra, and it's called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Ooh, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. Here you go.
Yeah, let's pass it around.
Pass it
Ooh,
around.
this reminded me back to like 3rd grade.
Yeah, so I found that book like years ago.
Passing the
Years
book.
ago. And how I came upon it, I found it in my grandfather's library. After he passed away, I went and like looked through his things and looked through all of his books and stuff and found this book.
Do you mind me asking what year that was?
I think I was 21, so 25, 4 years ago. Yeah. But yeah, I remember like being like really depressed during the summer, and I remember like reading that book, and you go through all the laws, right? And just reading and taking whatever law like I felt was the most relevant to how I was feeling, like, to help me understand or like felt whole after. I remember there was
applicable.
applicable, yeah, the one that applied, right. I remember something in there just said that every day is a beautiful day, something like that. And I remember
Yeah.
like going outside and like one day it was sunny and then the next day it was like really gray and I had to like I remember like looking up and going like it's a beautiful day. And like because I said it with like the intention of like it actually being a beautiful day, I actually started to see it that way. So that's when I started to like understand like oh the power of these like words and these laws and like these practices. So like in the book like you read a chapter, so like one chapter is about like pure potentiality. So it has like some sort of like quote or something that like kind of hooks you in and introduces what it means by the law, what it does and how you use it, and then by the end of the chapter you get like a practice of what to do.
This one?
Yes. And then by the end of it, it just like is 1, 2, 3. It's 3 steps of how to do it. And I was really into the book, so if you like look through it, you can see my notes and
Yeah,
my
I was gonna
understandings
say,
of
you
how
got shit
I
highlighted and stuff.
Yeah.
what I
the
got from the
highlight.
book and stuff like that.
All the highlighted words.
So yeah, it's really dope.
Boxes, the lines.
So then, you said you were finding, or you found it after his passing,
Mm-hmm.
and was it surprising, like to find it? You know, was it
Mm-hmm.
kind of like ooh, like after
Mm-hmm.
you figured out like what he was into, or you
Um,
knew, and it's like, oh, now I get to keep it type thing.
it was. I was surprised. Like when I was woke or became woke or whatever, took the red pill, whatever you want to call it, activated, whatever they call
All of
it
the
these
above.
days.
Option
Yes.
number Z.
Um,
All of the
I realized like my grandfather had like shown me a lot of stuff like when I was younger, like a lot of movies, a lot of specific movies like The Matrix and The Lion King and Chicken Run, like Ants and these different movies that talked about all of them talk about breaking out of some sort of form, some sort of box, some sort of society around them, some sort of reality. And then they realize like, oh, I can be whatever I want to be. Like that's not who I am. So when that became a reality for my own self, I remember thinking about that stuff and all that type of stuff. So when he passed and I looked through his library, like this wasn't the only book that I found. Like there was another book I found. I just couldn't remember where it was. But another book I found was called like Timeless Body and like Immortal Mind or something like that. And it was talking about like how you can live forever through the way you think about how your body functions for you.
Well,
So I was reading that book too, and he had medical dictionaries, like he had other types of dictionaries, like he had like financial like books, manuals, all types of stuff. So I was very surprised to like find that, but at the same time I kind of wasn't. You know, kind of made sense. I was like, "Oh, okay. I was
It was-
supposed to
Yeah.
find all this stuff."
it was another aha moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It reminds me of another book. You know, like I always say,
Mhm.
it's a pick up what you want from here. It's all just an invitation. We're all just kind of showing up. And one of the books that you reminded me of, it's by Esther. Esther? Yeah, Esther Abraham, Jerry Hicks.
Mhm.
And it's called I don't even know the name of the title. I forgot, but it's like manifesting. But when you're explaining this book right now, The 7 Laws, it almost looks like a step by step DIY. Like this is how you
Yeah.
do it. You know,
It
it's
is.
it's not
It
just
is.
like a this is
I'm
what,
gonna need to borrow that.
you know, it's not just this is knowledge. It's do this
Yeah.
to, you know, it's instructions, it's a guide.
Yeah.
Very valuable. So yeah, I think those kind of books really unlock, and it comes back to how like books are power and all that thing. There are a lot of written secrets. So.
Yeah.
And even coding
Yes.
like through literature is crazy. But
Yeah, like
you know,
the way, even with you saying like coding, the way it's written, like
right.
of how to put it into action, it's written in a way of like an affirmation. It's like it starts with like I will get in touch with the field of pure potentiality. Like just me saying that, like you already did it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was like the power of it, and it's kind of like I used to like just like remember my own version of the affirmation and kind of think of it to myself, and then it was so dope. Like if you really have like pure intentions and you're really focused on it, you will see opportunities to activate this lesson or this thing you're trying to learn, this power you're trying to upgrade to. So
So would you
Yeah.
say that was the book that really changed things for you?
Oh yeah, it
The
changed.
first
Yeah,
book?
yeah, it changed me. Yeah, it changed my perspective on my mind, the power of my mind. You know, definitely, definitely.
Nice.
Damn,
Man.
that's
Well,
beautiful.
you know, like when I think about that, I do want to exchange
I was
book.
about to say I'm gonna need to borrow that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, and if
Now
you
that
want
I
to
think
write
about
notes in
it.
it, write notes in it. Hey,
Okay,
whatever.
cool. Yeah, because I was thinking about it. And I know I have all those like regular interview questions, but I'm going straight to like, I need to read that book. So then what was, let's say something just off the title, you know, we can hear where this is going. We see where we're at. We see
Yeah.
where we're standing. So maybe if you could just like summarize a little bit of what you took, like your questions, like even just the thoughts of, you know, like once you read something and it made you go into your own thoughts and thinking and really kind of understanding, what were some of those topics out of the 7 laws?
Um, the law of giving, the law of least effort, now the law of intention and desire. But back then it would be the law of pure potentiality, the law of giving, the law of cause and effect, and then the law of least effort. I think those 4, right, were the ones that I paid the most attention to, or I had enough knowledge to understand how to practice. I think all 7, I kind of understand how to practice now. But back then, yeah, definitely those 4. And I think the law of giving, it was the one that was the most significant to me because it explained how just the simple act of smiling to someone is a gift. And just to do that to strangers randomly is,
Yeah.
you telling the universe, like, oh, okay, you deserve something.
So then before you ran into that book, you already had started your own like digging of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So it was easy to accept the book, like which
Mm-hmm.
is why you stumbled upon it, you
Mm-hmm.
know, in a
Mm-hmm.
sense you were ready,
Mm-hmm.
you embraced it. Um so do you read it now? Like did you kind of read it and forget about it a little bit?
Yeah, I definitely read it and forgot about it. And then
Yup.
when we started talking about tools and resources, I was like, oh, okay. And then this book appeared back
Yeah.
into my life. So
Yeah.
It was
I was
like,
like,
what's
okay,
up? I'm here.
you
You
needed
need
me.
me. Yeah,
Mhm.
you need
So,
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
You
It said
rang.
help
You
through a book.
Yes,
rang.
I'm here. Who needs me?
The other day,
But
one
who
of
said
my
my name?
friends, she had told me that when you come back to Earth as a human, like that's the highest form of reincarnation. Because, you know, some people, they say, I still haven't formed a complete thought pattern for this, but, you know,
It's like up
people
to
come
now.
as rocks, as fishes. I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But rocks have frequencies.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
where I come back to like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
There's
it's all a big joke, so who fucking cares either way?
there's like these frequency readers that people use on like plants and stuff, and you can like clip it to a plant leaf and then clip it to the like soil,
Mm-hmm.
and it plays the frequency of the plant, and it's like, how's the plant feeling today? And depending on like usually how the plant is looking, like you hear some like really beautiful noises or some like,
Oh, wow.
what the fuck is that? You like you struggling. And I'm sure like you can probably do that with like a rock, stick it in the soil right next to the rock, and then try to
Yeah.
attach it to it, and eventually you'll start hearing something, or it will read something, because it has that connection to the earth or to Earth.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
Yeah, I came across a TikTok video of a guy saying, like, when you pick up a rock and you throw it unconsciously,
It's
is
like, I
it
need to
you
go over
throwing the
there.
rock or is the rock telling you to throw it?
right.
Because he's like, everything has a conscience, everything has an,
It's like,
you
hey,
know,
hey, I
a
need to get over
frequency,
there.
you know, and you could have picked up on the rock's frequency of, like, I want to go over there, you know, like you just
Yeah.
said, Flora, like,
Right.
and you just picked up the rock and tossed it. And I was just like, whoa. I get it. But I sent it to somebody and they were like, he's too woke for me. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, moving on.
See, the good thing though, but another
Understood.
celebration, that
Mhm.
person knew their
Yeah.
boundaries.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I
I see what
respected
I
it.
see
Yeah.
this.
I was like,
I can't
okay.
do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step back.
You mean to tell me The Rock can think? Nah, bro, I'm
No,
not ready
I'm
for
not
that.
ready for that.
It's like, okay.
No, so I respect
That's okay.
Yeah, that's why even right now, whoever's
We'll talk about it
listening-
later.
Nah, but even whoever's talking about it, you showed up.
Right.
Can't be
Welcome.
mad at us. Welcome.
Welcome.
And yes, we are high.
Very. So, Flora, you have any tools, resources?
Yeah, but not nah. I do, but what I had prepared is definitely not a tool or a resource.
How so?
So thinking about like bring a book that like impacted my life, right? And I was like, damn, I don't really I'm not a good reader. I don't like to read. Like finishing a book is like whoa for me because it's just it's that hard. And so I like started thinking and I was like, what kind of book can I talk about? And so I like went back and I started thinking, well, when was the first book that you like finished and that you enjoyed? And it came up the what are they called? I have it on my phone. Where's my phone?
Yeah, girl, let's see.
Let me
Hey,
pull that
get your
shit out.
get your tools and your resources.
Yeah, because even
I was so into what you guys were saying that I was like, yes, and I like have it right
blanked
now.
out. No.
Yeah.
Same right now. I was looking at the time. I was like,
Oh.
oh, yes. I have to remember we're on the time. On the
Yeah.
time. Not crunch, but on time.
We don't want to be here forever.
Yeah, just kind of mindlessly talking.
Forever
But even though
and never.
that's also the move sometimes.
I
Hey.
don't know the words, but I know the rhythm. That's how it goes.
That's
and
right.
That is the song. Okay.
Get it. Okay.
And welcome back to
And thank you.
Plethora's podcast, Soul
Yeah,
Family.
but
Oh my
while
God,
Flora's
where
pulling that
is
up,
that shirt?
yeah, I just wanted to like kind of rewind back to the whole wherever we're at, because even like how you were saying, Flora, that like listening to us, but even just coming back to the simplicity of like what makes us feel joyful and happy. So that's why, like the fact that your mind went straight to that just shows like how even just naturally, if we are feeling to some level like healthy, balance, like we naturally come out with these, I don't want to say tendencies, but we just kind of end up doing what flows. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to say I'm ready for the book.
Girl, yes. Okay, so it's the Wings series by April and Pike. And it's this book about this girl that finds out she's a fairy.
Wait, is it the one you read over?
Yes.
And I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, this is exactly why I was like, I know exactly what book, and I know you will know about it. You might not.
No, I've never
I
heard
don't know
of
if Legacy knew, but I've definitely read this to you.
Yeah.
it. It sounds dope, though.
So
I like
before
fairies.
she continues, let me
interrupt
real quick. So 4 years ago, because it's now been 4 years, bitch.
Oh my
since
God.
we were out there in the summer.
That was so long ago.
Mendocino County, out for 2 months, out in the woods, living in a tent.
Wow.
Fought off a bear and everything.
Oh.
By the way.
Fought off a bear and everything.
We lived in a tent for 2 months.
Yeah. Anyways.
Savages.
A baby bear.
Let me grab myself.
Yeah.
Let me grab
Take
myself.
it away.
What was I talking about?
Retain. The book. Wings.
The book. I was reading it too.
Fairies.
So we both work different shifts, right?
Yeah.
And when I was working, she would be like by the creek reading because we were straight up in the woods.
It was like nothing. We had no service, so there was nothing to
no
do.
Wi-Fi, no Wi-Fi, no nothing. So she was out there reading. I was out there working. And in my lunch break, she would come up. I would eat my salad because that's all I ate that summer, which is why ever since then I lost so much weight.
We both lost a little weight because we was eating all that fancy white people camp food.
Fancy white camp food.
So we ended up
sounds nasty.
silent head nod.
That sounds nasty.
So we ended up just exchanging episodes. We would sit down and she would tell me like what was happening for each
Mhm.
fucking chapter that she would
Mhm.
read. So
Mhm.
I know some of this story
Mhm.
only because she would tell it to me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue, Flora.
So, yeah, so this book, I was in my school library for I don't know what reason. I had never been up there. It was like, I don't know, the middle of the day. Nobody was there. I was just there. I was not trying to go to class. And I remember I, like, it just stood out to me. It was like this, like, really nice, like, midnight purple, almost like blue color.
Yes.
And I was like, ooh, what is that? And I opened it up, and it's like the cover here. I can just open it up.
It was a fat ass book.
It's like it's pretty big. Actually,
fat
it's not
ass
that
book.
big.
Fat
It's like
ass book.
it's okay.
It looked like a fat ass book when you would bring it up to
Yeah.
me.
Oh,
Thought she was reading a dictionary or something.
Hell
you
yeah.
were like, what the fuck
That's
is
a
that?
pretty dictionary you got there, Flora.
He said, "Hey, what you got?" What was
What was
that?
it?
Legacy?
What?
What was that?
What'd you say?
What?
What'd you say?
It's a pretty big book you got there, Flora.
No, okay. It's well, I can't open. I mean, I can't click it for the thing, but it's this one on the side. I mean, I can't click it because then it opened up and then.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I see the appeal.
And so I saw it and I was like, oh, that's nice, and I like
They're
picked it
flower
up.
petals.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Look, it's the one on the corner.
Oh, nice.
I picked it up and I was like, oh, okay, like, let me look at this. And so I looked at the back and I was like, this girl finds out she's a fairy. Like, interesting. And then they start talking about, like, what her adventures start being. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll take this because my brother really liked, like, fantasy stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. I'll see if it's good. And then I can, like, give it to him so he can read it and then I'll take it back. So that was my, like, intention. And so I started reading it and I could not put it down. Like, I was just going and I was like, oh my God, it's getting good. Like, this girl, she's doing this, this, and this. This guy out here, she, like, likes this guy, but then she's over here looking at this other guy and they're like, oh my God, I like both of them. And I was like, what, like, this poor girl, what's going on? Now she's, like, has a freaking petal coming out of her bag. She has to, like, wrap it around her arms. It was like
Sounds like you. No.
right.
Whoa.
And so there was just a lot of like, whoa, like this is really cool going on, and I kept reading it and it was like what I would consider like not my grade level per se, because I mean like I know about that stuff now. And so thinking about it, I was like, I was probably just reading at the grade level that I should have been reading. And so every other book that I had picked up that was my grade level was not, I was like, I can't read this. Like, I can't get to, like, understanding or processing enough to finish this book. So I would just put it away.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this is, like, the first book that I was like, oh, shit, like, I can actually read this. And I remember I finished it in like 2 days, and I was like, that is the fastest I've ever read a book. Like, it takes me months to read a book. Months, if not years. Like, I still have bookmarks in all of my books, because I haven't finished any of them since, like, probably camp, honestly. Like, that's probably the last time.
But what if it's like you read as much as you needed from the book? Like, you got what you needed. Like, you got the knowledge, and then you put it down.
I mean, yeah, probably.
But what I was going to say is just the environment, because just being at the creek, being around trees, being in nature really just switches you up. So it's like, it's way different than reading in a big, cold, empty building.
For real.
With kids that are forced to be
With
there.
everybody that's
Versus
like, I'm not
when
trying to be here.
Yeah, versus when you're by the creek and you hear water and the kids are giggling and everyone's just like very kind, and the environment matters.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
true.
really nice that you were
Very
able
true.
to enjoy the book.
Yeah.
You know?
And so, yeah, I'm just like, I'm like reading through it and I'm like, oh my God, what happens next? And so I realized that it's like, I don't know, I think it's 4 books. Um, and I was just like so happy. I like went to, because they didn't have them at my school. I went to the Berkeley Library because I was going to school in Berkeley, and so I went over there and I was like, "What do I need to get a library card? I know you have it in like in your fucking library. Nobody's checking it out. I need book number 2." And I went and I read and then like stayed and did homework and everything. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna check this out. And I checked it out, and the next day I was there for book 3. And I was like, oh my god, I can't, like, I need to stop reading because then it's gonna end.
No.
And it was like the first time that I was like, I understand, because my sister would be like reading and like crying and be like, the book is over. And I was like, it's a book, bitch, like, get over it,
Oh,
like,
wow.
move on. But
It's
I had,
words on the paper.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like,
It's
okay,
just a story.
whatever. But I had never like understood that like feeling of like, it's gonna be over, because it's like I never watched TV. Like it was just a show on the TV, and then I'd be like, all right, let's go outside. Like never really read books. Like the only thing that was ever like a big story was anything that like people would tell me stories, and when people would read to me, that was it. And so like I was like, what? Like, this is crazy. I can't believe that this is happening. And I finally, like, finished the series, and I was like, I wish this was a movie. But then I was like, I don't want it to be a movie, because it's not going to look like how I imagined it. Yeah. How I pictured it. And so it, like, inspired me to, like, want to draw them and, like, create characters. So, like, I created like vision boards and stuff. I never actually drew them out because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. But I like had like, I want this, and like designed their clothes and designed their like it was like a whole thing. And yeah, that like, so it's not like a tool, sorry y'all, but it was like such a big moment that I was like, I can actually finish a book. Like this is wow. And
No,
I
you
was like
named more than that.
15, 16, like wow, yeah.
You named more than just that, because you just said that inspired you to get your library card.
Right.
Got you into reading more.
Yeah.
It got you into stillness, because when you read, you have to be still. So it's not just the fact of like, you know, like intellectually, but also like physically and again, environment and everything. So I think you should give yourself more credit.
Yes.
Thanks.
You are giving yourself credit. I love that.
Bang, bang.
I'm just saying, celebration.
Very well said,
Celebration
Guns.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me...
Yeah, hit us with yours, cause...
Yeah, let me tell you guys what I got going on over here, because I
got
actually...
going on in the back.
I think, let's start off with, we love borrowed books, because books can get expensive.
Yeah.
They are also very pricey, mainly if you like to read. So just shout out to like everyone who likes to share books, you know?
Yeah.
But
mind you, you guys are always welcome at my library.
Right. Shout out to all the pair.
I'll be back. Gotta pee.
Of course, of course. But yeah, I wanted to kind of close up with the book that I really fucked with. It was the one that really like opened a lot of things up for me.
You were like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this.
Forgetting the aha moment. It was a
understood.
oh.
Oh. Queso.
Right.
El queso.
And I think what's crazy too is that you were there to witness like what I'm about to say about
oh my god,
the
yes.
book, you
yes.
know, because it was 2018.
Uh-huh.
You know, I was
working. Yeah, you were working a lot.
Yeah.
You were you were all over the place.
I was. And thankfully, at one of my jobs, I was going through their books. So over there at the org.
Yeah.
And I looked through the bookshelf and I see this where it says Beyond Fear. So let me read what the front says.
Yes.
A Toltec Guide to Freedom and Joy. The
teaching. What was the first word? What?
Toltec.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you said. Yes.
Yeah, sorry. I guess I kind of, you know.
Don't whiteify that. You better say that.
Toltec. It's not even that. It's the fact that it's sometimes a bit tricky to switch from like native to English.
Yeah, I feel
sometimes
it,
it's
yes.
just easy to say it all at once, or else I end up tripping over
That's
my
that
tongue.
Spanglish
No,
accent.
really. No,
Yeah, no,
really. I'll
that's
like,
that difference between speaking English and then speaking Spanish to speaking Spanglish.
porque me trabo.
Yeah.
So, a Toltec
Uh-huh.
Guide to Freedom and Joy. The teachings of Don Miguel Ruiz, author of The Four Agreements. So it's the same dude.
This is the book you were talking about in last episode. That
Yeah,
a couple
yeah,
episodes.
it was, yes, which is why I wanted to, like we said, continue the
Yes.
conversation. And, as funny as it sounds, I was talking to my roommate the other day on how things will be right in front of you until you're ready. Like, then you'll realize.
Yeah.
And, I had the book. I was like, oh, this seems cool. And I never thought much of it, even though it said Toltec and teachings and all of this. I was just like, okay, it's a cool book. Like, I'm going to just give it a try. I take it home. This is 2018. I read it. Maybe within the first like 3 chapters, he starts explaining like certain he goes into talking about what a
Yeah.
Toltec is. He starts talking about just the past and I'm not even going to go into it because I feel like I cannot express and explain it. It's a read though. So going into Toltec, and he's explaining all these different terms and just the culture and the teachings. And as I'm reading this, I'm feeling it. I'm understanding it from a different level. I'm really embodying it. I'm starting to like, I can actually feel my heart like recognize.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's beautiful.
It was pretty scary.
That was your ancestors being like, yes!
No, really, which is
Yeah.
why I'm like, yeah, sounds cool, but in the moment I was like, what is happening? Because it was very real.
Yeah.
And I remember I didn't even have to finish the book for it to really click things for me, and I was like, oh, I am alive. I am in control.
Yeah.
I am really here.
Activated.
I am. So it just took
I'm
that
to borrow
book.
that book too.
Well, I'm telling you, it wasn't mine. I had to put it back. So maybe we can look for it on YouTube or something, and we can even link it on the description box here.
Yeah,
if
you
we
can find
them.
PDFs to like almost any
Yeah.
book.
Yeah, we should. We should
Just
plug them up and just link.
Put the title of the
that
book
shit
and put it
here.
in PDF. Boom, there you go.
Yeah. So we're not being lazy fucks. We'll add the links at the bottom if we find anything for the F. And I guess even books you have to buy, we can put the link there too. Just so they
cheap
know.
prices, definitely.
Yeah, it was like $15 for the paperback one. Anyways, so that one really did it for me. I didn't read the Four Agreements first. I read that one after. So then that made sense even more. So then my whole practice, so again, 2018 it started.
Yeah.
2018, 19, 2021. So now it's been 3 years. I definitely am thankful because that was a very powerful book to start off with. It just brought me back to my strength, to like my real identity. It was just a lot of moments of gratitude when I read that book. It was just a lot of being thankful and just coming back to we did it.
Yeah.
Like we did it,
We did it.
We out here.
We did it.
Well,
So-
we did
you
it.
said a Toltec what? Sorry, I'm just trying to look at the cover.
It's called Beyond Fears.
Beyond Fears. There we go. Because there's a couple of them.
No, yeah, he has a cool amount, which is why I know it can get pretty confusing, or people just assume like, oh, the Four Agreements. But yeah, but in that one, Beyond Fear, he goes into talking about, well, it says right, fear, but even just how the concept of emotions and you're in control. I can't explain it like not even half of like how he put it. So just go read it. But it really woke a lot of things within me.
Yeah, she was like, shook you up, huh?
It shook me.
Yeah.
It shook me to the core. And I was like, oh, I'm out here. So I actually should go back to reading it. Same thing that I asked you. Like, did you forget about it? Because that's what happened to me.
And then it comes back. Another resource I use sometimes is a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right? That's what this is called. Spirit Science. I like them. They're really cool because the videos that they play They're all like simply animated, but it's like something to watch. It's like a cartoon of like what he's talking about. But they're really dope because they'll like explain how meditation works, how to meditate, crystals, all that type of stuff. Money, capitalism. It'll explain some movies, try to decode them. So I thought it was really cool and just interesting, especially
Food for thought.
yeah, definitely with like especially with like the mindset I had during that time. I was definitely into like space and all that type of stuff, powers,
You were like,
meditating.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can my mind do? I mean, after reading the seven laws of success, spiritual laws of success, you start to think like, oh yeah, my mind can do these things. So what else do I need to do to, nurture it?
No, yeah. And, I think just kind of to close it off, what I'm really excited about is each year we grow, we develop more. Each time you look back at something, you see something you didn't before. So
Yeah.
it's just even that excitement of like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
damn, I didn't even see that.
And the
Yeah.
books are calling us back to them right now, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
Facts.
like, what other level of knowledge am I ready for right now that I'm about to encounter? So, yeah, hopefully,
What's
if you guys get to read any of these, or even if you have recommendations
Yeah.
too for us, like that we can like bump into or anything, very, very welcome.
Yes.
We're here,
Yeah, I will.
giving and
Yeah.
receiving,
Yes.
equal balance.
I mean, that's law number 2 of the book.
Hello,
The law
look
of
at that,
giving.
Hey,
applying them already.
There you go.
Golden sticker, golden sticker. Hello.
You got
Bingo
a star
bongo.
today.
All right. Well, I think
Be
unless
sure to
you
follow
guys-
us on Instagram at
right at plethora.podcast.
yes.
Yes, yes, that is where we're at. YouTube's where you're at right now. But we'll go ahead and link everything else. Any last words, ladies and gents?
I mean, like I say, who cares?
Right.
Like I said, bada bing, bada boom, potato, potato.
Potato, potato.
What are your plans, por favor?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And give them sunlight.
But please don't drown them.
Don't drown
That
them.
shit sucks.
Attack at me.
I rather fucking all
It's
the
okay.
time. All the time.
I know, it's okay. It's just,
It's
we
okay,
got
guys.
that
You're
wop
getting
over
better
here.
though. You're getting better.
It's just there's no thirsty hoes over here. We stay
We
hydrated.
stay
I mean,
hydrated.
No
my
dry
plants are
punani.
thriving.
No dry punani.
They be like, we need a bigger pot, Dad. I'd be like, okay.
Yeah. You guys are both doing
They'd be like,
great.
Daddy, chill.
Hello.
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 All right.
Yeah, what are your plans? Please, if I'd rather them start drying up than you guys drown them. You can always revive them with water. Unless you legit if they're brown, they're done. But
Yeah,
if
cut
they're
that
just
off.
limping, just give them some water. They'll be okay.
Yes.
All right.
What are your plans?
Beautiful. Wash your booty hole, your belly button.
Please. Oh my god.
And behind your ears.
Yes.
You read my mind. I was about to go there, but I was like, I guess that's too
All right.
much. But no, yeah.
No, you need to do
You
it.
need to do it. And
So much stuff goes
and
back
your
there.
feet. Anyways.
And your feet.
All right.
The toes.
All right, so family.
In unison. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I didn't know what we were saying.
I didn't either.
I didn't know what was
Just
going
naturally
on.
I just knew.
Okay. No, for real. But
Yes.
Bye,
5,
everyone.
6, 7, 8.
I was still late. All right. Peace out.
Peace out.
Bye, y'all. Oh my god, this is.
Okay, nice.
Yay.
I think we went over, but even with all the cutting and editing,
I was gonna
go back to.
We'll be okay.
Make me over.
We went I think 10 or 15 hours.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, it's felt much better.
Another one bites the dust.
Dun, dun.
That's recording number 3.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, it's May 1st.
Yes, darling.
don't know if I paid rent already.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Oh, Jesus, I gotta... This is probably still recording. Yep. Oh, actually, we, like, probably did less than 30 minutes.
Why?
Recording? How much minutes do you have?
Right there it says, oh. Why? Is that 43?
Yeah, and you started, like, hecka early. Mine is barely hitting 41. It's okay. We'll just have a short episode.
That's a good
yeah, well, it's... Right away, tripping. Yes. Okay, well...
Put your closet back.
Buenas noches.